Good morning. Well, I'm working down at Conwy Water Gardens today. It's the 11th of December, and 2 days ago we had a rather nasty storm come through. So yesterday, day going round, picking up all the branches and things that had come down. There was a couple of small trees that I had to deal with, but there was one big one I couldn't do at the time because there was a bit of a problem with it. And that was, it was leaning on the power lines. So the electricity board came out last night and they took the top out of the tree. So it was resting on the power lines here. And it's not this small tree here. It's this big one around the back. And that is what my challenge is for today, is to try and take out the rest of this tree without doing any more damage to the bridge, without hitting power lines. I shouldn't, it's now below the power lines, and without it falling in the river. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Now I have got access to the other side of the bridge, means I have to walk all the way around, but yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to set the camera up, where the best view is, how to attack this, but yeah, we'll take it slowly, take it a bit at a time, and just see what we can do. Yeah, well, I reckon if I set you up on this side, and I'll just start from the bottom and work my way up, I suppose. Right, well I think that's all the small stuff I can do by hand now. I mean, that big branch that I cut, that really was quite big to be doing by hand, but yeah, that is as much of the weight off as I can do. I'm thinking this one branch that's left that's sticking down is actually supporting it. So if you come down here, you can see the handrail here isn't actually supporting the log is resting over the top. So if I cut that off, I'm going to have all that weight then pressing down on that handrail, so I don't want to do that. So what I'm thinking is if I get the big chainsaw and cut higher up on that log, that section can fall, and then hopefully there's enough hanging over this end that it won't put too much weight and damage this handrail. Yeah, there is a risk that it might turn back at me. There's not a lot I can do about that. That's just a risk I'm going to have to take. So I'm aware of it. I'll make sure my exit route's clear. So yeah, let's get the chainsaw fired up. Well, that could have gone better, but it's down. I really wasn't thinking when I cut that. I should have cut it at a steeper angle so it actually had somewhere to drop. Instead, the way I cut it, it just closed up on itself. But yeah, managed to get that down. Bottom there, I hopefully will be able to get out of the river, but I can now get to the rest of that quite safely. So I'm going to remove the rest of the trunk from the bridge and then carry on tidying up. Right, well that's the tree cleared from the bridge now, so next step is to clear the pile of brush. Right, well that's me done with the tree for today, so I've given it a general tidy up for today. Obviously I do need to do a better job, but we're not open at the moment. We'll open to the public on the 6th of February, so I'll make sure it's tidy before then. But for now I'm going to leave it like this. It's nice and safe to walk around. The big logs there, I've stacked the other side of the fence, so they're off the path. I don't quite know what the owner wants me to do with them, but for now they're off the path. Even if we reopen, they're not going to be a problem where they are. So next thing to do is to turn my attention to the bridge. So due to the age and design of the bridge, we actually got away with very little damage. So the handrail section here, that simply just pushed out of the way, because the way they secured it in place was they'd used some small screws going through a diagonal like that. So to put it back in, I'm just going to use some extra large screws. I'm not 100% happy with how strong that will be, but it'll be stronger than what was there previously. But the main thing is, the deck here is wonky, and that, again, we've got away with it very lucky. Because technically this is two bridges, so you've got a bridge that comes up to here, then a join, and then a second bridge that goes off there. And the bridge point here, it's sort of a pivot point, but it all rested on a 4x4 here. And as you can see, the 4x4 just snapped. So if I can jack this end of the bridge up, replace that 4x4, then I think the bridge will be good. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll try and get some jacks in here and see what we can do. Well, that's feeling better already. So if I get another jack on the other side, and then I should have access to that post going all the way through. Explains why it was so heavy. Right, well that's the bridge repair finished. So like I say, I'm not 100% happy with this bridge. I do think it should be entirely replaced, but that's down to the owner whether he wants to replace it or not. For now, the repair that I've done makes the bridge as safe as it was before the tree fell on it, and if it wasn't for the big pile of logs there, you wouldn't actually know a tree's come down. So I think I've done really quite well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like at the bottom. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything I do, and I shall see you later.